Welcome to episode 9 of Talking Shirts. I'm Mike from Hull KR Shirts, and today I'm going to take a look at the 2015 charity shirt. So the 2015 charity shirt was done in support of the Stanley Jean Foundation. The design was based quite heavily around Papua New Guinea. So it features the silhouette of the camel bird, which is the national bird of Papua New Guinea. It also features on their flag. The colourway being red, yellow and black, again, is also the colourway for Papua New Guinea. So we've kind of become accustomed to Papua New Guinea being Hull KR supporters. We've had quite a few players that have emanated from there over the years, but quite possibly none more famous than Stanley Jean. So it's nice to be able to work with Stanley and produce a kit which is benefiting his foundation from a charity perspective, but also to produce a match shirt. So this shirt was worn just once during 2015. It was worn at home at Craven Park against Hull FC in a local derby. Unfortunately, we did come out on the losing side that day. We lost 22 points to 12, when it also cemented our place in the middle eights in the 2015 campaign. This shirt that I've got in front of me today was issued to James Green. Unfortunately, James didn't feature in the game, so this shirt was just issued. So it will have been printed up, ready for James should he have been available to play. Unfortunately, he didn't feature. So this shirt is purely just a match issued shirt and not a match worn shirt. James Green, came through the academy at the club, probably remembered for his spat with Travis Bairns, most notably after Travis had left to move on to Saints, and that punch at Craven Park, which I think a lot of us will probably remember for a long time. Right, back onto the shirt then. So just something that I want to mention about this shirt is the sponsorship that we've got going on the sleeve. Now, I believe there was probably an error made at the design process of this, because the A.A. Jones Electric sponsor probably should have been a little bit higher up like it was on the home shirt and on the away shirt. Because what we've got now is we've got the Kingston press cider. When they've applied that league applique onto the sleeve here, it's actually gone onto the cuff, which didn't feature on the home shirt or the away shirt. There was enough spacing for that to fit in. So I'm assuming that when the shirt has been designed, the sponsor's just been applied a little bit too low rather than a little bit higher up, which then would have in turn allowed for this Kingston Press Cider banner to be able to fit onto the bottom of the sleeve without evading the cuff. I'll just pop a picture up here of the home shirt just so you can see what I mean, where you can actually see that doesn't actually go anywhere near the sleeve cuff. Spinning it around, we'll have a look at this side. You'll notice that the exact same thing happens again. So we've got the A1 Tyre Services sponsorship. Again, should probably be a little bit higher up. You can clearly see there's quite a big gap here, which would then allow for the First Utility Super League badge to fit in a bit higher up. On this one, you can actually see they've actually had to cut a line along here to make sure that the sponsorship can be seen. Obviously, these companies pay quite a bit of money to have their branding appear on shirts. So the club have had to then sort of modify this Super League, First Utility Super League applique, obviously by cutting the top off. And then again, this one folds over the bottom a little bit as well. So you can quite clearly see where it's evaded the sleeve cuff. I'll just pop a picture of the away shirt here, just so that you can see what I mean, with the sponsors being a little bit higher up to allow for this extra spacing. Now, this obviously happened on all of the shirts. If you go back and watch the game, you're able to see that this does feature across all of the shirts. So it's not just a one-off, it was a design process issue that was made across all of the player spec shirts. So yeah, just found that quite interesting. So that's everything for episode 9. Hope you've enjoyed the video again today. I'll be back in 2 weeks' time with episode 10, so make sure you come back to check that out. Thank you.